Hey everyone. Happy Tuesday. We'll just get started in just a minute. I'm going to give like another minute or two just in case anybody else wants to hop on. We'll be doing an all levels vinyasa flow. And so really you don't need any props unless you want a couple of blocks if you have those. If you think you might want blocks and don't have blocks, you can always use, a couple of stacks of books, big cans, a water bottle, whatever that may be for you. And maybe a blanket if you'd like to sit on that. Otherwise, that's all we'll need today. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's get started in just give it another minute or so. Okay, all right. And let me know, I have a little music on in the background, kind of to drown out some of the excess noise. So if you can't hear it, if it's too loud, let me know. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start on our backs. Okay, so lying down, you can take the legs into whatever shape works for you. Let the legs extend, whatever that may be. And if I didn't already say it, my name is Jen. Thanks for joining me. So again, finding your way onto your back. And you can keep the knees bent, especially if the low back is feeling a little bit cranky. Or if you want to come into another shape with the legs, do what works for you, okay? And as you begin to settle in onto the mat, just let the eyes close. And if it's not comfortable to close the eyes, that's okay. Just find a soft gaze. And just start to let the body become heavy. And letting the body begin to settle. Noticing any sensations that are happening in any part of the body. Noticing the breath. Starting to make that connection. Finding that awareness of each inhale and each exhale. And so that will be our word, if you will, our theme for our practice tonight, connection. And so maybe you take a moment as you're here preparing to practice to just notice right now where in your body you most feel connected. So maybe you feel really connected to the physical body. Right? You really feel the weight of the body as it presses into the earth, and the earth as it supports you and holds you up. Or maybe you most feel connected to the breath. Or maybe you're really feeling in tune with your emotions or your thoughts or your feelings. Just starting to to become aware of that connection to yourself. Like, where do you feel that? And maybe where would you like to shift that awareness to if you want to? Okay? So maybe you really feel connected and grounded within your own body. So maybe tonight you shift the focus, shift that connection onto the breath. Or maybe you're really in tune with the breath and you want to shift the focus to your thoughts and what arises within your mind as you move. So just taking a moment to see where you would like to go with that, and maybe form an intention around that if that appeals to you. And then just stay in that awareness. Whatever awareness you would like to most cultivate for the next hour, just sit with that for a moment. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take the arms over the head. Just take a nice full body stretch. So really feeling into the body, feeling each muscle lengthen. Take a full breath in. And on your exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, gather the knees into the chest. Hug the knees in. Maybe take a moment to just rock from side to side. Give the back a little love here. And then just settle back at center. Keep the right knee hugged in and set the left leg long. So bringing the heel to the mat. Keep the left toes facing up towards the sky so both feet are flexed here. And just take a moment to hug the knee in. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, take the left hand down to the hip just to help anchor it. And then exhale, using that right hand to just gently guide the right knee open and draw it up towards the right armpit or the right shoulder. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the knee back to center. Inhale, switch hands. And then exhale, left hand draws the knee across the body. So you're welcome to go ahead and take a full twist, or I like to just ease my way into it. So we'll do this little series a couple more times so you have time to let your body adjust into it. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale. Exhale, send the right heel towards the sky. Okay, and really start to press into the left heel. Press into the right heel. And then press into the left heel. So two really strong and active legs here. Press the low back down. So maybe starting to activate the core. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hug the right knee in. Give it one more squeeze as you inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and switch. So left knee draws in, right leg is long. Right toes are flexed, drawing them towards the body. And then hug the left knee in. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand to the right hip, left hand draws the knee open. Starting to open up this hip area. Take a breath in. And then an exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, switch hands. Exhale, use the right hand to draw the leg across the body. Maybe a little bit, maybe a lot, up to you. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, take the left heel towards the sky. So really kick into the left heel. Okay, we're starting to turn on those hamstrings, the backs of the legs. Kick into the right heel. Press the low back down. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, draw the left knee in, followed by the right. Give yourself a little hug. So we'll do that little series 2 more times. Picking up the pace just a bit here. Okay? So take an inhale. Exhale, right knee in, left leg long. Inhale. Exhale, right hand guides the knee open. 1 breath per movement here. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, switch hands, draw it across the body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right heel reaches up. Kick into both heels, strong and active. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, switch legs. Inhale to squeeze. Exhale, left arm opens up the hip here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale as you switch hands, draw the knee across the body, moving towards that twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, left heel reaches for the sky. Maybe taking the palms down on your mat just to help with that stability. Inhale, bring it back to center. One more time through. Exhale, switch legs. Right knee comes into the chest. Inhale to squeeze. Exhale, open it up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, come into that twist. And we're going to hold here just for 1 extra breath. Okay, keep the right shoulder pressing down into the mat. Take a breath in. And then out, bring it back to center. Inhale here. And then exhale, right heel comes towards the sky. Again, kicking strongly into that right heel. Kicking into the left heel, palms down on the mat. Press the low back into the mat. And if you think about it, you're kind of in this upside down warrior 3 stance. So take note of how that feels within your body here. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale to squeeze. Exhale, switch legs. Last side through here. Inhale, squeeze it in. Exhale to open up the knee. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, draw it across that belly. We're going to come into that twist and just pause. Okay, left shoulder is on the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale. Exhale, left heel reaches for the sky. Strong, active both legs. Really kick into both heels here. Press the palms down. Find that supine warrior 3. Keep breathing here. Activating the belly. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, draw the left knee in and the right. And then give yourself a little rock from side to side, or maybe circle the knees in one direction and then the other. Just whatever would feel good for the back. And then you can take the hands behind the knees this time, and we'll rock the opposite way. So rocking front to back of your mat a few times. Gaining a little momentum every time. And then when you're ready, coming all the way up, and we'll make our way to all fours, coming into a tabletop position. Okay? Beautiful. So the shoulders are under the wrists and the fingers are spread wide. Press into each knuckle here. Tops of the feet to the mat. And let's just move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Open the spine a little bit here. So take an inhale. Lift the gaze as you lift the hips. Open the front body and then exhale. Press into the palms, round the back. Drop the chin to chest. Open up the back body here. Inhale. Pull the heart forward. And then exhale, round the back once again. And open up the back side of the heart here. Take a couple more rounds at your own pace, following the breath or maybe pausing somewhere that might just feel good. And then as you feel ready, finish up that cat-cow or whatever movement you've decided to take. And then we meet back with a neutral spine. And then walk the hands out quite a bit here. So the wrists are really in front of the shoulders. And you might have to walk them down a little bit more as you start to lower the chest to your mat and bring the forehead down. So we're arriving in puppy pose. The hips are directly over the knees here. So we're not coming into child's pose. Okay, we're coming into a nice big chest opener. Opening up the upper back as well. So as you come into that pose, notice how this feels in your body. Notice if the breath has changed. Take one more round of breath in puppy. And then on your next inhale, keeping the hands where they are, elbows where they are, just lift the chest, shift the hips forward slightly and bring them down to your mat. And we're coming right into Sphinx pose. Okay, so now the elbows are directly underneath the shoulders, forearms are parallel. Hands are still spread nice and wide. Okay, and begin to press into the elbows. Okay, so find a little lift of the chest, maybe a lift of the belly. And start to lift the belly button up, okay, like you're trying to get that belly button to touch your spine. And then draw the shoulders open, right? So it feels sort of counterintuitive when you do both of those things, but that will help to protect the low back as well as open up the front of the chest. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Beautiful. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and lower back down. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, press into the palms, and then we'll send the hips to heels and arrive at a child's pose. Arms can extend. And just allow the low back to start to stretch towards the heels. Okay? Giving the low back a little bit of love here. Keep breathing in that child's pose. Maybe taking one breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Trying to grab a little more light so you can see me in here. All right, maybe that's better. There we go. And then on your next inhale, keep the arms extended, root through the hands, lift the body, curl the toes under, send the hips to the sky, and arrive in a downward facing dog. So take a moment here. You can pedal out the feet, one at a time, or maybe move the hips from side to side. Again, just kind of tuning into what your body needs.
settle into your downward facing dog. Pressing the knuckles into the mat. Really find some length in the arms here. Go ahead and lift both heels up as high as you can. So really coming up onto the balls of the feet. And then bend the knees slightly so that you can send the hips a little bit higher. And that will help the heart melt closer towards your mat. Keep that extension of the spine and then start to lower your heels back towards your mat. They don't have to touch. You can keep the knees as soft as you need to. Take one breath into dog. And then exhale it out. On your inhale, lift the heels and we'll shift the body forward. Shoulders come over the wrists, coming into plank pose. Pressing palms really firmly into your mat, drawing the belly button in. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lower the knees. You can keep the toes tucked under and we'll send the hips back to the heels, coming into a child's pose with a little foot stretch. Okay, so we're going to move through those three postures, our child's, to plank, to dog, and back again a few times just to warm up the body a bit. All right? So here we go. Inhale, root through the hands, lift the body, find a plank pose, lifting the knees. Exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, come forward into your plank pose as you inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, hips back, child's pose. Inhale, lift, rise forward, plank pose, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, hips rise, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, knees lower, child's pose. One more time through. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, child's pose. You may want to untuck the toes now, give the tops of the feet a little bit of a tap, and then let the hips settle for a moment. You're welcome to take the arms alongside the legs with the palms facing up, and that will just help to alleviate any tension in the shoulders that might have arisen. If you need to circle out the wrists, you can circle out the wrists. And then extending the arms once again, lifting the hips, finding your way back into your downward facing dog. Take the gaze between the palms, soften the knees just a bit, and just walk the feet behind the wrists. Take an inhale, hands come to the shins, find a halfway lift. Okay, so as you come into that halfway lift, you really want to find a flat back. So notice my back is sort of rounding here. Okay, I'm going to draw my belly in towards my spine, but press my chest forward. All right, so my heart, my crown of the head are all shining forward here. I'm really rooting into the heels. Take one more breath in. And then a breath out, soften the knees, soften over the legs, forward fold. We're gonna do that half lift 2 more times. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Come into that flat back. And then exhale, soften and fold. One more time, inhale, half lift. Find that flat back. Belly is strong. Shoulders are drawing back and away from the ears. This time we're going to take our hands, bring them alongside the body. Palms are facing down. We'll call this our airplane arms. We'll come into this a few times throughout our practice today. Your hamstrings might start to talk to you here. Yeah? Take one more breath in. And then exhale, soften everything, come into a forward fold. Let the knees be soft here. Okay, give the hamstrings a little bit of a break. You might like to clasp opposite elbows and hang or sway. Just whatever you need here. And then release the arms if you've had that bind. Soften the knees, root into the feet, and just begin to roll the body up. Move nice and slow. Bringing yourself to stand, and then we'll sweep the arms up over the head, palms come together. And then exhale them into your heart center. Take a moment as you stand in this Tadasana. You're welcome to close the eyes and press the thumbs right into the heart space. So feel that physical connection of the hands right into the chest. And then just remind yourself, what is the connection you're looking for today? And maybe it's none of the things that I suggested. Right? Maybe you're like, I don't really want to connect to the breath. I don't want to connect to my, what is it that you, maybe it's joy. Okay, so what for you are you looking for in those, within that connection? Okay, what do you need tonight? Take one more breath here. And then inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release and forward fold. I'm going to move through a couple of sun salutations just to warm up a little bit more. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or hop your way to plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees. Bend the elbows, come onto the belly. Uncurl the toes. Take the arms alongside the body with the palms facing down. So we're prepping for lotus. Okay? Press the toenails strongly into the mat. Press the tailbone down into the hamstrings. Press into the palms. So this is our little prep here. On your next inhale, just start to lift the head, the neck, the heart space. Keep the gaze down so the back of the neck is long, okay, and the belly is drawn in. So we're still drawing that tailbone down into the backs of the legs. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release down. Hands underneath the shoulders, find your way into a downward facing dog. So either pressing up through table or plank pose. One breath in your dog pose. Inhale. And exhale. Gaze between the palms. Step or hop your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Airplane those arms. Palms face down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Palms come together. And we'll move right into the next one. Exhale, soften and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or hop your way to plank pose. So this time, if you want to keep the knees lifted and lower through chaturanga, you're welcome to, but we'll all meet down on the belly. So however you need to get there. Inhale here, exhale, lower it down. Tops of the feet down, arms alongside of you. Here we go. Find that prep. Okay, so find that connection of the tops of the feet, bottoms of the palms. Here we go. Inhale, lift the head, the neck, the heart. This time on your exhale, we're going to lift and float the feet behind you. Okay? So see if you can keep the feet and the ankles zipped up together. And the goal isn't to get really high here, right? Like we're not trying to come into this major back bend. We're just trying to activate those back muscles and really open up the chest. Okay? So you're finding length. You're reaching the crown of the head forward and you're reaching the toes back. All right? Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower it down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Find your way to downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Gaze forward. Step your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Airplane the arms, palms down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, all the way to standing. We're gonna do one more of those sun salute. Exhale, come right into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, palms plant, step or hop down to your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, we'll meet on our bellies. One more locust pose. Arms down, here we go. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, float the feet. Feet and ankles are zipped together. Inhale, float the arms. Exhale, stay here. So keep reaching with the crown of the head, reaching with the fingertips towards the toes and the toes towards the back of your room. Beautiful. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release it down. Hands underneath the shoulders, find your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Exhale it out through the mouth. Two more just like that. Breath in. Release through the mouth. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take the right leg up and back. So coming into three-legged dog. Arms are still nice and long, and we're kicking into the right heel. Take a breath in your three-legged dog. And then exhale, shift forward, knee draws into the nose. Inhale to press it back. Exhale, bring it into the nose. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, last one, hug it up. Inhale, reach it back. And then this time on your exhale, we'll step it between the palms. We're gonna keep the back knee lifted, but if it feels better for you and you want a little bit more of that stability, go ahead and lower the knee. I'm gonna keep mine up, but I'll leave that what feels best in your own body. Okay, so this might be a place where you grab a block if those are handy. And then as you're in this little runner's lunge, take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're just gonna lift the hips and kind of shift them back, letting the legs extend a bit. And then just let the back round over that front leg, okay? Again, you might wanna add blocks for this little portion. Inhale, we'll shift it forward, bend into your front knee. And then exhale, extend the legs, hips lift. Coming into like a little pyramid-ish pose. One more time. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lift the hips, extend. Inhale, we're gonna shift forward. Find your lunge here. Okay? And then start to press the belly into the right thigh. Okay, notice that starts to open up the chest. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Press into the right heel. Press that back thigh, that left thigh, up towards the sky. Keeping that leg nice and active. So sometimes when we press that thigh up, the hips want to lift too. Keep them low. The legs are really active here. Shine that heart forward. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, plant the left palm. And we'll take the right arm towards the heart space. Okay, so palm is right onto the heart, and then use that to help you find some rotation over the right shoulder. So opening up the heart to the side wall. And then when you feel ready, you can take the arm up towards the sky. Keep pressing the back thigh up. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, palm comes down to the earth. Step the right foot back. We're in a plank pose and we'll move through a vinyasa. All right, so inhale, you can either shift forward or lower the knees. And then exhale, lower down to the earth or maybe through chaturanga just halfway. Inhale, lift an open cobra or maybe an up dog. And then exhale, hips to sky. Downward facing dog. Take a breather here.
start to make our way to the next side. So this time on your inhale, we'll take the left foot behind you. So reach it back, kick into the left heel. Toes face down. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward, draw the knee into the nose. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee comes to nose. Inhale, press back. Exhale, last one, draw it in. Inhale, press back. Exhale, step it between the palms. Okay, so we're back in our lunge. If you lowered the knee last time, you're welcome to do that on this side as well. Okay, so we'll find that dynamic movement. So inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips. Start to extend the legs. They don't have to be straight. We're just starting to work into the back of the legs here. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lift it back. One more time. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, bend into the left knee. And then exhale, shine the heart forward. Okay? So we're drawing the shoulder blades down the back. And we're lifting that right thigh up towards the sky. Notice my hips. I can see it, right? I lifted that right thigh. My hips want to lift. Keep them low. So both legs are really active. Press the left heel down. Open, shine the heart. Take one more breath in. Exhale, right palm plants. Left hand to the heart. Peel it open. So start to find that rotation first. Open the heart to the side wall, and then you can extend the arm as you feel ready. Or maybe you wanted to keep that hand connected to the heart space. That's okay too. We're still breathing. We're still pressing the back thigh up towards the sky. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower the hand. Step back to plank, and we'll move through a vinyasa. So again, inhale, either shift forward or bring the knees down. Exhale, lower your way either to the belly or just halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, lift and open the chest, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take the right leg up and back behind you. Find that three-legged dog. And then exhale, we're going to step it between the palms, coming back to that runner's lunge once again. Plant the left palm. Right hand to the heart. We're going to peel it open over the right shoulder. Inhale to come into that twist. Exhale, plant the palm. Walk the hands forward a few inches. Shift the weight onto that right foot. And then we'll take the left leg to float behind you. Take a moment to look back there. The toes should be facing down towards your mat, so you might need to find a little internal rotation with that left hip. Okay? And then pull the shoulder blades down the back body, almost like you're trying to press the belly into the right thigh, and that will keep the chest nice and open. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, set the left foot down next to the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or hop your way back to a plank pose, and we'll move through a vinyasa, or you're welcome to just head straight into dog pose, okay? And if you want to mix up that vinyasa, mix it up. Maybe you take that locust version that we had earlier, or maybe you just hang out in plank pose. Build some strength that way. Either way, we all come back into a downward facing dog where we'll take a breath in and out. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Three-legged dog. So even here, our toes are facing down. It's the same as in our warrior three.
And then we'll shift forward, step the left foot between the palms. Okay, heart shines forward, drop the heels, pick up the back thigh, press it towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, right palm plants, left hand to the heart. Inhale, rotate the chest, reach that left arm up. And then exhale, bring the palm down. Fingertips reach forward a few inches. The weight shifts onto that left leg this time, and we'll float the right leg behind you, coming into supported warrior 3. Okay, so again, if you have blocks, you might like these, okay? If you feel like you're sort of getting droopy, this is a really great way to lift the chest, keeping it nice and open a bit more, but it's not necessary at all. Take one more breath. Exhale, set the right foot down next to the left. Come into a forward fold. Release over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Little change here. We're going to bend really deeply into the knees. Okay? Send the hips really far back. And then we'll scoop those arms up, arriving in chair pose. So as you come into this chair pose, you want most of the weight in the heels. The toes should be able to wiggle. And the belly is strongly pulling towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale, reach those arms back. Airplane the arms, palms face up. Chest is shining forward. Take one more breath in. Smiling helps here. And exhale out. Root into the feet with that exhale. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Take the palms together over the head. And then exhale them into your heart center. Beautiful. Take a moment to reacquaint the feet with the earth. Grounding yourself. Inhale, sweep the arms up. So taking them alongside the ears. This time the palms are going to face one another. And just take a moment here in this upward salute. So the heels are really actively pressing down. And if you're really actively pressing down, you might start to feel that drop of the tailbone towards the hamstrings. Okay, I don't like to say tuck because sometimes when people say tuck, they kind of do this thing, right? We just want to have strong active legs and a strong core. That's all we're looking for, okay? And then take an inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale out through the mouth as you drop the shoulders like forcefully. Okay, notice all that space that was just created. All right, so I'm gonna face the camera for a second. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Bring them all the way to the ears like you're wearing them for a new pair of earrings. And then exhale through the mouth as you drop them. One more time. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, release them. Beautiful. Keep that space that you just created. And then start to shift the weight onto the right foot. Draw the left knee up towards the chest, okay? So coming into a little crane pose or single leg Tadasana. My left foot is flexed and I'm finding my balance. So find a gazing point, a drishti, something that's not moving. And then draw the palms together at your heart center. So from here, we're gonna move into a warrior 3. We've done it from dog pose or from lunge pose, but this time we're gonna do it from standing. Okay, so keep pressing actively into the right leg. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, we're just gonna start to lean forward as you begin to press the heel behind you. Okay, the toes are facing down. Okay, the leg does not have to come all the way to hip height. Slight bend in that bottom leg. Keep breathing. Take the hands, reach them back, airplane the arms, palms are down. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the left foot far back. Okay, the back heel is gonna stay lifted. And then we'll take the arms, reach them back over the head here. Palms face one another. Beautiful high lunge. Take an inhale.
Exhale, cactus the arms, press the elbows back, lift and open the heart space. Inhale, lengthen the fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, spiral the back heel down, starting to open the hips. And we'll take the arms nice and wide, arriving in warrior two. So take a moment here. Feel out this pose. Feel the feet as they snuggle in to the mat, into the earth. Belly is strong. And let's take the palms and face them up. Okay? Just to broaden the collarbones. Take one more inhale. Exhale, left palm comes down to the left thigh. And then we'll take the right arm up alongside that right ear. So take a moment here. Nothing else has shifted but my arms, okay? And then inhale, really lengthen up. So create some space on that right side body, and then you can reverse it. Okay, so we've created space, and then you can come into that stretch. Take one more round of breath. Inhale, come through warrior two. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands. Plant the palms, step back to plank pose. And we'll move through a little vinyasa or just head straight to downward facing dog. Okay, so inhale, shifting forward or lowering the knees. Exhale, lower halfway chaturanga or all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, shift forward. Bring the right knee to rest behind the right wrist. Set that leg down. Set the left leg down behind you. Scooch it back. Untuck the toes. We're coming into a pigeon pose. So take a moment here, upright for a moment. And let the body settle here. If you find that you're dumping sort of onto the right side, kind of rolling onto that hip, take that block or a blanket or whatever you've got handy, a pillow underneath the right hip, and that will help you to stay more balanced and level. And then you're welcome to stay upright, or you're welcome to come all the way down onto elbows or arms extended, whatever feels best for you to feel that stretch for that outer right hip. We've given that a lot of work. So find that place that works for you. And then take a moment to just reassess. Where are you feeling connected now? Let go of any tension that's gathered anywhere in the body. And just be mindful of the sensations. Take one more round of breath. And sigh it out through the mouth. Begin to make your way up. Taking the palms to your mat. Curl the back toes under. Lift that left knee. And then send the right leg to reach for the sky. Give it a stretch or a shake, whatever you need to do. And then release it down. Take the gaze between the palms. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. And then we'll bring our palms together at our heart center. Once again, grounding the feet into the earth. And then with your next inhale, sweep the arms up. Bring them alongside the ears. Palms are facing one another once again. Actively pressing into the heels. The belly is strong. If you need to take a moment to help yourself release the shoulders, do it. And then the weight will come into the left leg, and we'll draw the right knee up. Flex the right foot. Okay, see if you can avoid bringing the shoulders back up towards the ears. Keep them down. Keep that lovely space. Tailbone is still dropping into the hamstrings. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the hands into the heart space. Okay, so we're moving into that warrior three on this side. Okay, so just when you're ready, starting to shift forward as you send the right leg behind you. Okay, again, toes are facing down. That right leg does not need to be all the way at hip height. Maybe it's down here today. That's okay. Okay, we're just practicing, we're just playing on our mats with a little bit of balance here. Kicking strongly into both heels. The bottom leg has just a little micro bend, keeping that knee nice and happy. And then take the arms, reach them towards the right heel, palms face down, airplane the arms, open up the chest. Keep kicking into both heels. Take an inhale. Exhale, soften the front knee, step the right foot back. Back heel is lifted. We're making our way for that high lunge. When you're ready, we'll sweep the arms up towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, press the elbows back, lift and open the heart space. Inhale, lengthen up the arms. Exhale, spiral the right heel down, starting to open up the hips. Adjust your stance if you need to, and then send the arms nice and wide for warrior two. Grounding into the feet. And then we'll turn the palms facing up, opening the chest, broadening the collarbones once again. Feel the shoulder blades as they begin to draw closer towards one another as you're here. And then we'll take the right hand down to the right thigh, left arm up alongside the ear. Okay? Take an inhale. Really reach that left arm up. Okay? So find that space in those ribs. And then as you exhale, you can reverse it. Okay? So now we're coming into that stretch. My left arm isn't like rainbowed and sort of droopy. It's really lengthened and active here. That will help you find a deeper stretch for the left side body. We'll be here another round of breath. And then inhale, come back through warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel the hands, placing them alongside the left foot. And we'll step back to plank and either head to down dog or move through your vinyasa. Okay? Following the breath, opening the heart space. And meeting in that downward facing dog. And then inhale, left leg reaches up and back. So we're in that three-legged dog once again. And then exhale, bend the knee. Place it behind the left wrist. Left leg releases down. Shimmy the right leg back behind you. And then uncurl the toes. Add any props that you need to under the left hip. And just take a moment upright here. Let your body settle. And you're welcome to stay upright if that's your jam tonight. Or you can make your way down onto elbows. Or all the way down onto your belly. And just allow any sensations that are happening
Let them just happen. Notice them. Notice the breath. And where are you connected? Where do you feel that? Where do you feel in tune? We'll be here a couple more rounds of breath. So see where you can soften. And then slowly beginning to make your way up, bringing the palms back to your mat. Curling the right toes under, lifting the right knee. And then sending that left leg up towards the sky. Give it a stretch, maybe a shake, whatever you need to do. And then setting it down when you're ready. And then we'll set both knees all the way down to the mat. Big toes stay together, knees open as wide as you like. And make your way into a child's pose once again. And allow the breath to move into the back body. Filling it. Letting it release. Expanding it. And softening. And then on your next inhale, starting to lift the hips, coming back to all fours. And then just swing the legs around, coming onto the bum. So if you do happen to have a couple of blocks, you can grab them. We're gonna come into a reclined cobbler's pose. And making it more of a chest opener if you have the blocks. If you don't have the blocks, it's totally okay. If you don't have blocks, I'm gonna get you there. If you have blocks, hold on one second and I'll get you there in a moment. So if you don't have the blocks, you'll just bend the knees, soles of the feet come to the earth, make your way onto the back. If you have a blanket or something you want under the head, you can do that. And then just allow the soles of the feet to come together and the knees to fall wide. Placing the hands on the belly for some grounding or taking them over the head or cactus arms for a little more openness. Okay. So if you do have blocks and you want to bring that into your practice, you can take one block on its highest setting towards the back of your mat. Your other block on its lowest setting. I'm sorry, your middleest setting. And then this lower block will come right in between the shoulder blades. If you're wearing a bra, that's kind of where it'll be. And the higher block is to rest your head on. Okay. You can also lower these a bit. You can lower that one to its lowest setting and then the back one to its middle setting if that feels more comfortable. Okay. But just lowering yourself down, keep the knees bent as you make your way onto those blocks if you're taking that option. And then again, the head will just rest right onto the block. Okay. And either way, you can draw the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall wide. Another option that I guess I could have mentioned and I forgot about, I apologize. If you have a bolster or even a couple of pillows, you can do this exact thing right on top. And it's actually a little more restorative than the blocks just because it's softer for the back. So another option, but if you're already here, you can stay here. But feel free to grab rock props if you want to add that. And then just begin to breathe. This time allowing the breath to fill the front body.
just be here for a couple more rounds of breath. And so if you really would like to stay here as we start to move towards our final rest, you're absolutely welcome to keep those props underneath you or the knees wide. But I will offer at least a little bit of a twist. So begin to draw the knees towards one another. And just widen the feet as wide as your mat. You can just sort of let them windshield wiper from the right to the left. Just gently twisting the body. Okay, so just moving them from one side to the other at your pace. 2 to 3 times. And again, if you'd like to keep those blocks or whatever props you have underneath you, if you want to keep those there and remain here for your final rest, you're welcome to do that. If you'd like to remove them, just let the head slide them out, and then make your way onto the back body. Okay, so just finding a pose that feels restful for you. Okay, taking any final movements you need. If you need to rock the head from side to side, if you need to stretch, whatever you'd like. And then arriving in that resting pose. Let the eyes close. And then just begin to feel the body get heavy. Feel it start to soften. And there's nothing we need to do here, but just be. You've found these connections to yourself throughout your practice. And so just let your entire being just rest in that. So if you'd like to remain here in stillness for a bit longer, I invite you to do so. But if you're ready to begin finding movement, then go ahead and draw your hand to your heart and another hand to the belly. Reconnecting with your body and feeling the breath move from belly to heart and heart back to the belly.
start to wiggle the fingers, the toes. Maybe take the arms over the head and just give yourself a nice big stretch. And then as you're ready, making your way back into a seat. But again, if you are still in that Shavasana, stay there as long as you need. We'll join our palms together at our hearts. Thank you so much for practicing with me. It's an honor to be able to guide you and connect with you even through this little screen. Wishing you all joy, light, and connection throughout the rest of your week. Take care. Be well, my friends. Namaste.